Hi Reyesfans in YouTube, Gabriel Reyes. Welcome to part 2 of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance character endings.
The Deadly Alliance was successful in reviving the mummified remains of the Dragon King's undefeatable army. It would appear that nothing could stand in the way of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi as they began their domination of the realms. Unfortunately for Shang Tsung, however, Quan Chi had no further need for the partnership. Once Shang Tsung had finally revived the last of the mummified warriors, Quan Chi closed the portal to the heavens and effectively shut off Shang Tsung's endless supply of souls. Quan Chi then instructed Kano to assassinate Shang Tsung in a surprise weapon attack. With their captor cut wide open, the thousands of souls Shang Tsung had consumed in the past spewed forth and swirled around the room. Quan Chi came to the realization that if Kano could so easily turn on Shang Tsung, he could also turn on Quan Chi himself. Quan Chi used his sorcery to drain the life from Kano and left his body where it fell. Immediately, one of the lingering souls shot into Kano's body. To Quan Chi's surprise, the man standing before him was no longer the Black Dragon thug known as Kano. Kano's body now contained the soul of the Shaolin monk, Liu Kang.
So Liu Kang ended up becoming Kano. Well, in Kano's body.
For many years, Movado's Red Dragon clan had been secretly engineering the destruction of their rivals, the Black Dragon. Through careful manipulation, Movado had used the Special Forces to unwittingly aid them in this task. In return for eliminating Kenshi for the Deadly Alliance, Movado was finally granted his battle with the last known member of the Black Dragon, Kano. After a long, brutal fight, Movado emerged victorious, and all traces of the Black Dragon had been erased. Impressed with the fighting skill and discipline of Movado, as well as other members of his clan, Quan Chi realized the potential the Red Dragon held for staging the eventual invasion of Earthrealm. In return for their continued assistance, he offered crucial information about a new threat to Movado's Red Dragon clan, the Lin Kuei.
Oh. The Black Dragon against the Lin Kuei. Oh.
Upset by the way his adventures had been portrayed in the past, Johnny Cage found a loophole in his contract and left MCM Studios during the production of Mortal Kombat, The Death of Johnny Cage.
Oh my.
He then used his own money to fund the production of his next movie, which is rumored to be the true story of his latest adventures in Outworld. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance broke all records in its first weekend in theaters and made Johnny Cage extremely wealthy. The movie told the true story of how Johnny Cage single-handedly saved the world from the threat of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung's Deadly Alliance.
Oh my god. Oh, Johnny.
Kitana's longtime enemy Shao Kahn was dead, and the alliance between Shang Tsung and Quan Chi was defeated with the help of warriors from Earthrealm. Although there was peace once more throughout the realms, all was not right for Kitana. Saddened by the death of Goro, she attended a ceremony in the Kuotan Palace to honor her fallen friend and ally. Following Shokan tradition, Prince Goro's body was lowered into the molten rock contained within the throne room itself. As Kitana said goodbye to her wartime ally, she also held a moment of silence for Liu Kang, and secretly wished he had joined her in Edenia so many years ago.
And Kitana and Goro, like friends in war.
Despite the strong sulfurous stench that filled the chamber, Reptile could smell that Nitara and Cyrax had been there recently. There was no sign of them now, except for some scattered glass shards and a residual trace of strong magical energies. His revenge would have to wait. Suddenly, an
God, I remember that.
filled the chamber as energy cascaded around what appeared to be a a dragon embryo. The tiny dragon stretched, and the egg cracked. A beam of energy ripped out from inside and lanced into Reptile. His world was filled with a roaring power as his squamous body was twisted and transformed. The ancient prophecy had been fulfilled. The Dragon King had returned.
And that led to Mortal Kombat Deception.
After what seemed like an eternity, Cyrax finally emerged from the lava, holding the orb that had bound Nitara's realm to Outworld for ages. At last, it was within her grasp. She would be able to free her people from Shao Kahn's imprisonment. Fulfilling her end of the bargain, she sent Cyrax back to his Earthrealm home in exchange for the orb. Nitara stared into the orb. It seethed with the power trapped within. She raised it above her head and then smashed it to the floor. It shattered with an inhuman soul-rending howl. Its horrible energy exploded away and tore her consciousness from her. She awoke later for the first time on her native soil.
So she ended up returning home.
Sent by the sorcerer Shang Tsung, the two Oni known as Draman and Moloch confronted Quan Chi, enraged that he had tried to leave them stranded in the bowels of the Netherrealm.
Yeah.
In the battle that ensued, Draman leapt at Quan Chi, and both combatants stumbled into the intersecting chamber. Moments later, Draman emerged from the chamber, altered from his previous form.
So I wonder what Draman ended up look like. That's what I always
After
wondered.
defeating the Deadly Alliance, Sub-Zero returned to the new temple of the Lin Kuei with the severely injured ninja, Frost. A short time later, I visited the temple to commend him for his victory in Outworld and to express my gratitude for all his assistance. With Sub-Zero now the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, Earthrealm will be well protected.
A good ending for Sub-Zero.
Borracho looked gruff, but beamed inwardly. With their victory over the Deadly Alliance complete, he and Kung Lao had liberated Outworld from its latest threat. Despite the years that had passed since training his last student, his skills had proven useful once more. He was elated, but it would be inappropriate to express such emotions in front of his newest apprentice. Kung Lao invited his master to return with him to Earthrealm to teach more warriors at the Wuxi Academy. The success of his apprentice gave him renewed confidence in his training skills and, for the first time, a clear purpose in life. Borracho offered only token resistance. He accepted the offer because the defenders of Earthrealm could certainly use his help, but more importantly, because Earthrealm's rice line put Outworld's liquor to shame.
Anything for that good liquor. Anything for the good liquor.
Kano and Sonya had fought before. Although
Oh,
Kano
really?
was humiliated by his defeat at her hands so many years ago, this time the outcome would be different. Kano had stolen Quan Chi's amulet at the request of Shang Tsung. With the amulet in his possession, Kano came to the realization that he was now in total control of the revived undefeatable army. Rather than hand the amulet and the army over to Shang Tsung, Kano kept them for himself and used the army to ambush Sonya, ending their long rivalry once and for all.
Ah, yes, Kano and Sonya always going head to head with each other.
Having been enslaved through sorcery to guard the molten incubation chamber, Blaze was finally freed once the dragon egg had hatched.
I remember Blaze.
He then resumed the quest he had undertaken before being subdued by his captors.
What the? Oh, that's right. Mocap doesn't have any narration. Well, again, I don't want to have to read this. So, right now I'm just watching it. Okay, that's really interesting seeing, real people and Kano right there. Oh my god. One of the more interesting things is that, again, the character endings in the arcade mode are non-canon, but only a few are canon because sometimes the events that happened in the previous game ended up going into the next game. And in this case, if you guys heard what I said earlier about, or if you guys just saw with me about Reptile turning into the Dragon King, Onaga, that eventually leads into Mortal Kombat Deception. And as I said before, like I said before, some of the character endings are canon. Only some of them, and some of them are not. And this is always confirmed by the creators by the team of Mortal Kombat because before they got into the whole making the story mode for Mortal Kombat, they only put in like specific details of some character endings that ended up going into the next game, and some that didn't because they were non-canon. But now that the team of Mortal Kombat at NetherRealm Studios is now doing story mode, now they're doing story mode of making the story actually flow a little bit better than what they were doing in the beginning. So again, kudos to everybody at NetherRealm Studios for now going along with a good story mode of what they were trying to do. So kudos to all you guys. And once again, the endings of Deadly Alliance really cool. Seriously, like the endings were so cool. It's always a treat to go back and watch how the endings came to be when you defeated Shang Tsung and Quan Chi at the end of the game. I remember, trying to beat all the characters with beating Quan Chi and Shang Tsung with all the characters. I did all that and always loved the alternate costumes, everything about Deadly Alliance. I liked it all. Alright, you guys, so that was my reaction to Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance character endings. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the little notification bell as well. I'm Gabriel Reyes. I'm out. I'll see you in the next video.